Aries, welcome back to Steampunk Psyche. If you are a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you so very much for joining this community, okay? If you're brand new to the channel or if you're watching for your particular sign, hit the thumbnail, would you? Come in and check out the channel. Just laid out for 2026, so I got first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. What we're going to do today is the fourth quarter reading for Aries. And we're just going to let the cards talk to us, okay? Let the cards speak and see what they have to say. If I can get off this screen right here, I'll go ahead and show you the shuffle and we'll get started. Aries, I want to say 2026 for me personally is challenging. I'm trying to do as much work as I can to get this channel started and growing. One of my goals is to, hit 100 subscribers. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, it would be a wonderful, wonderful thing if you would. Also, thumb up. If you are, enjoying the readings or if have enjoyed some readings, thumb them up for me. Just a little push there, and I appreciate you, though. Anyway, I've already pre-shuffled, but I want to see you, I wanted to show you the shuffle anyway, so. Trying to be as transparent as I possibly can here. Okay, we're going to take our time. It's going to be kind of a, extended a little bit of a reading here. Two queens right off the bat, back to back from each other. Okay. I will show you these cards up close. I apologize for the, I'm having to use my phone as the down camera until my other camera comes in. But it's going to work because I can get you a close-up of these cards. Okay, Aries, right now we're going to take a look at your present energy down this row right here, okay? We have the Queen of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and the Eight of Cups, okay? Now, the Queen of Cups is the intuition card, right? Black magic card, the ebb and flow card. So your present energy is possibly, you've got something on your mind that you're trying to, or something has come into your mind that it's really, really bringing out your intuition on some things, okay? You're knowing. Perhaps if this is relationship related, you know something about a relationship or your particular relationship. The reason I say that is because it was followed by the Ten of Swords, right? So you have put a sudden death, an ending to something, okay, in the present energy. And like I said, the cups do represent emotions. They represent relationships, and that type of status. But I really feel like it's challenged your intuition, okay? And either you're ready to put it into this relationship or, you're thinking about it heavily. And the reason I say that is because it's followed by the Eight of Cups, okay? So the Eight of Cups talks about, emotional unfulfillment. This relationship sucks. It's not working. I'm done with it. It's not giving back to me emotionally. So I'm over. I'm through. It's kind of like the energy that I'm getting on this situation. Now with the Queen of Cups, it could also represent maybe that maybe there's something. Well, I was about to say something different, but I think I'm going to wait. I'm going to hold that thought. Okay. We're going to take a look now at this next row, okay? And this is your crossing challenge, okay? Your crossing challenge starts off with the Queen of Swords, the Death card, and then the Queen of Wands, okay? So we have two queens in the challenge here, okay? Now, I am not one to leave anybody out of here, out of this situation. So we could be talking about a female-female type of relationship here, okay? Take what applies, you guys. They're just energies. But at Steampunk Psyche, I am not excluding anybody, and we don't do that. So, but anyway, yes, could be talking about two queens, possibly. The reason I say is because there's a Death card in between the two of the queens here, okay? Now, one type of energy could represent that with the Queen of Swords, okay? With the Queen of Swords, we could be talking about that there was a communication that took place, okay? And during that communication, like I said, What's kind of interesting is that she is sitting, I'll show you this on the down low here. She's sitting right next to the Queen of Cups. Here's your Queen of Swords. Now here's your Queen of Cups, the Death card, and then another Queen of Wands right here, okay? So this being your present energy, this being your challenge cards, okay? So there could be something along the way of, say, gossip or no nonsense type of energy with that Queen of Swords. Communication is what she represents. So I kind of feel like maybe there might have been some gossip playing around this relationship or something, like could be third party, something like that. Or it could be the ending of that relationship with the Death card following after the Queen of Swords. But it also could represent a brand new relationship, a brand new, an ending to one style. Intuitively knowing you put an end to this, whatever that was with the Ten of Swords, the sudden death. Like I said, relationship could have been the ending of emotions, the way that you're no longer going to accept. So boundaries, right? But then this Death card shows up right after the Queen of Swords. So it kind of tells me something along the lines that that there was some communication or some gossip or whatever. You put the end to it. And then there was this Queen of Wands in the mix, okay? Now, the Queen of Wands is a fiery energy as well, okay? She's got that beautiful sunflower. She's also black cat magic. So you could be a person that says, I'm into spiritualist type of energy. I also enjoy, paganism or witchcraft, things like that. I'm not judging. I don't do that here. I actually love witchcraft and I love black magic. I like white magic, the whole nine. So I can appreciate all types of alchemist and alchemy, okay? But with the Queen of Wands, there is a fiery energy. There's passion. So she's very passionate, lovable. You could be a very, very beautiful person, too. In fact, you are. I know you are. But I'm saying just physically beautiful. And also that beautiful energy that you just want to be around. Very mysterious. You have an attraction about you that people just can't quite get you. You possess that kind of mystery black cat magic, okay? And so I feel like maybe a part of this is part of that mystery involved with this communication. Maybe somebody was gossiping about you that said, hey, I think this person does this or that, and you put an end to it. You put a stop to it, okay? Now we're going to move on, and we will clarify these, I'm sure. So we're going to move on now to this next row, okay? And this next row is talking about the foundation. So we've started off with your present energy, moved to your challenge cards, and now we're going to talk about the foundation, okay? And we have the Sun card that shows up, all right? So the Sun card's definitely another fire energy, right? So we have Aries, we have Leo, we have Sagittarius. These could be energies that are in your mix, but it doesn't have to be. But the Sun card represents that brand new beginning as well. Joyful, happy spirit, a place that we all want to be in. Okay, so I kind of feel like that's you, this bubbly personality, and so kind of like this energy doesn't line up with what's taking place. So that's why I said at the very beginning that it feels like a gossipy situation because it doesn't match your energy. Okay. Normally you have that energy that you're loving and compassionate, and that is the Sun card, right? The reason I say this is because it's followed by the King of Wands now, okay? So in your crossing challenge, we have the Queen of Wands, and then we have now in the foundation, the King of Wands, okay? So this is either talking about that you're coming into both your feminine and masculine energies, okay? Meaning that there's a balance that's taking place, which is obvious with the foundation being joy. When we match our natural born happiness, when we are aligned, that's another word to use, I suppose, but it's just getting old to say. But our natural state of being is to be in a joyful state. It's not to be under chaos. It's not to be under stress. It's not to have emotional attention all the time, okay? So that's a balance of both our male and female, or our masculine and our feminine energies. So I feel like in this in this foundation, that is one type of energy that could be present. The other one could actually be a relationship now between two soul, a soul contract, for instance, because we had the Sun card in your foundation, and then in your crossing challenge, the Queen of Wands. So we could be talking about a masculine here, okay, who is waiting for his Queen of Wands or wants to move forward towards his queen, okay? It doesn't have to be. It could be totally the opposite. So guys, don't think that you're excluding anybody here. So my queens, my loves, this could also be that king is coming towards you in this foundation, or at least this is what you're moving towards. This could be talking about like twin flame journey. This could be talking about definitely a soul contract. The reason I say, okay, is we're going to move down the cards. If you'll hang with me, this will all make sense. I'm able to see the cards, you're not. And I'm going to show you that now. So then your King of Wands is followed. It follows the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups follows that King of Wands. I'm sorry, I'll get it right. Okay, and so the nine, and my hand wants to throw that out there. So there's definitely a reunion coming. So the Nine of Cups talks about the excessive joyfulness, okay, and excessive pride, and excessive, and that's not a terrible, I'm not saying that to be handing out any kind of, negativity towards you. That's not what I mean. But the Nine of Cups represents overindulgence and joy, okay? And in that foundation, you have the Sun card. So you could have met your twin flame. You could have finally maybe crossed paths, okay? And so what it is it's got you in your heart space big time, okay? So the Nine of Cups represents that overindulgence of joy. It also, in the reversed position, can represent an overindulgence and say of any kind of exterior outside sources or things like that, with drugs, alcohol, abuse, that type of situation. But that is not in the cards at all here, not on this particular reading. So, but the Nine of Cups is definitely a temporary situation, okay? If you'll notice, he is sitting on a bench instead of a throne. And so that does help in complementing that card to say that this is a temporary situation, okay? It's temporariness, which also leads me to talk about, like I said, twin flame journey, because there's always those ups and downs, okay? Which also brings me back to the Queen of Cups at the very beginning, okay? Your present energy, right? She represents the ebb and flow, okay? So all of this is starting to make a little bit more sense now. And that's why sometimes it's very important to stick around if you have a reader who's actually reading for the integrity of the cards and not just trying to feed you some kind of, clickbait, okay? And I'm not. I just won't do that. But the Queen of Cups is about the ebb and flow, okay? Look at that robe. It represents a water flow, okay? See, her feet are right there at the edge of the water. She's got her toe dipped into the water. So it means she also dips into the mystery of this. So you are definitely entertaining this twin flame journey, this soul contract, and possible death of an old karmic contract, all right? We're going to move on, okay? We're going to take a look at this next row right here. And this is in the recent past, okay? And this is why I said this could be a soul or a twin flame journey as well. Because in the recent past, you had definitely a celebration or a need to celebrate, a reason to celebrate, a coming back together. Somebody's celebrating you. This could be family members, friends, an occasion of some kind, where maybe you came back together. May have been a separation, and then you came back together again. And it got really fiery. It got really heavy. There was a lot of passion involved with the Ace of Wands following that Six of Wands, okay? This was divine and definitely soul contract. Definitely, this is a very high... I really want to say soul contract at this moment, but that's subject to change too, because we have some other cards that we're going to clarify with. But definitely a very high powered some kind of a relationship of some kind. Very fiery with the Ace of Wands, okay? Very sexual in nature, passionate, intense. Both the King and the Queen of Wands are very sensual individuals. So this thing is steamy hot, okay? And then at the very end of that row, okay, in the recent past, we had this reunion card, the Four of Wands as well. So there was some kind of a marriage contract or proposal, some kind of a union, a getting together, a celebration, joyful occasion. Definitely the two, you see they're holding hands and, they're joined in some kind of a reciprocated event. Sorry about my camera, you guys. Focus in on the face, the beautiful face. Here we go. Sorry about that, Aries. Yes. So recent past. Okay. For some of you, this could have been recently. That could be yesterday. Okay. But we're going to take a look now. We're going to keep moving on. Okay. We're going to look now at the possibilities. Okay. Aries, what are the possibilities? The law of the universe states that when one door closes, another door must open. So what door is opening for Aries? What does Aries opportunity look like here? Okay. We have the Chariot. The Chariot comes out. All right. We could be talking about the sign of Cancer here in your energy as well. Okay. But you are building for your future. Like I said, this is definitely, the Chariot represents building in the future. If you notice that square right there in the center of the chest plate, okay, that represents that a person who builds and creates their future. I am so sorry about my camera. It is acting so stupid. Please. Thank you. Sorry, Aries. I apologize. But yeah, so the Chariot is a builder, okay, and builds his future. Also, the Chariot represents movement, okay, moving out and away from materialistic things, getting out and away from that big city to clear your head, clear your mind. He's also wearing the triple moon right there, okay, on both of the shoulders, all right, which we could be talking about, a situation where an enlightenment, okay, this has moved you, whatever it is. This could be, like I said, this union coming back together could be the total awakening that your spirit knew it needed. That's one, for instance, okay? And the other one could be definitely moving towards this relationship, or you guys are physically, I say you guys, you gals, you couple, you throuple, whoever, I'm not excluding, could be moving physically, okay? But we're going to keep going, and more than likely we'll try to get a clarification on that as well. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the near future for Aries. So what does the near future look like for Aries? You guys, like I said, make sure you check out any of the other videos there. Find your sign in the playlist. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, would you? Hit the like button. Okay, the near future for Aries. What does the near future look like for Aries? Okay. The Six of Cups. Listen, Aries, I mean, this feels so fun. I have such a fun energy right now. Like, this is like honeymoon stage for years here. And that is so fun, right? It's like, you spend like the first, I don't know how many years in bed, right? So nostalgia. The Six of Cups shows up. Okay. The Six of Cups is just like I said, this could be somebody from your past that came in, and is giving you all of this warm, fuzzy, gooey feelings. It could also represent giving and sharing, reciprocation back and forth to each other. It feels like, to me, it's just like I said, the energy feels so damn fun. I'm really jealous right now. Fiery, hot, passion. I'm a lover. I love to love. Okay. Aries, all right, enough. I will get back to your reading. Okay, now, Aries, I want to know how you're showing up in this. What is your stance, okay? What is Aries' stance in all of this? All of this beautiful energy. What's Aries' stance? Oh my gosh. The Fool, a brand new beginning. Aries, this is the most beautiful reading I've done in a long time, okay? It's adventurous. It is exciting. It is scary as hell. I'm about to jump off the cliff. But it's companionship. It's the beginning and the ending. You did have the death card. So the ending of one and a brand new beginning. I'm so sorry about my damn camera. Come on. Yeah. I mean, the Fool card, right? It's young. This could be talking about a young couple, but it also talks about the youthful spirit, the young energy in it. Like I said, it's just that honeymoon phase, which is everybody loves the honeymoon phase. I don't care who you are. That's just, you know, golly, I'm just so jealous. All right. I am so jealous and I love this reading though. Okay, I want to know what the environment around Aries looks like. What does the energy look like around Aries in this beautiful, beautiful relationship, soul contract, twin flame? I want to say soul contract. We do have the Ace of Wands. We got the Four of Wands. We got all joy cards, the Sun, the Nine of Cups, the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands. This is the most beautiful made in heaven kind of relationship. So what's this environment around Aries? Oh my goodness, the devil shows up. Don't leave. It's okay. The devil's showing up to tell you maybe there is something that you're chained to. Maybe it's a decision. Maybe this is what you're needing to know. This could be just definitely confirmation for some person, okay? It is relationship related because look, you have the two people here. They're chained, all right, to each other, but it represents that bond, that connection, okay? I love the devil card. I love the devil. I love it because it brings out the things that we fail to notice, right? It brings out the things in us that we, you did have, remember, in your challenge card was communication, okay? And maybe what this is talking about is that perhaps you've been in the runner chaser for a long time. And I seen that with we had the Queen of Swords, okay? But perhaps the Queen of Swords also signifies that she's not the best communicator, okay? She's kind of an avoidant type situation. Now, this could be talking about you, or it could be talking about your masculine, because normally in the twin flame energy, it is the masculine who finally reaches out. Not always, it doesn't always happen, but it appears at least a lot of times it is the masculine who finally reaches out. He finally reaches his divine state. She's about as magnetized as she can get, and this feels very, very magnetized. Like, in fact, I feel like somebody is going, do I reach out or not? And I'm saying, hell yes, hell to the yes, because the devil's there to say that what you're chained to is maybe that avoidant type of energy. Maybe that you have pulled back. There is an emotional, like I said, we had the Eight of Cups, right? In that present energy, meaning I'm no longer emotionally fulfilled. Now, if you left a situation, then it's time to move forward. You've got the Fool card, brand new journey. You got the Sun, the King of Wands, the Nine of Cups. You have the Celebration card, Six of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Four of Wands. Propose already. Aries, oh my goodness. But the Devil card could also represent that this is one of those, it could in your mind, you could be thinking this is maybe taboo. If this is like a throuple relationship, you could see why external sources would be going, that's society says that's bad, blah, blah, blah. I'm not excluding nobody, so don't be getting mad at me. I just don't. I can't. Or female relationship, or male, female. I mean, it could go on forever, right? Society deems as unfit. And if this is one of those relationships, the devil could represent that taboo of that, okay? No big deal. I don't give a shit personally about what society thinks, All right, we are going to take a look now at your hopes, your fears, your wishes, and your worries. I bet your hopes is like a damn bedroom really close by. My gosh, this is so fire. It's not even funny. Hopes, fears, wishes, and worries for Aries. Hopes, fears, wishes, and worries for Aries. Okay, we have the Temperance card. All right, the Temperance. Now, the Temperance could be representing Sagittarius energy here, but the Temperance represents alchemizing, pouring from one cup to the other. This could be taking knowledge from one to the other. You guys could be a power couple, taking the knowledge and you know, giving it back and forth. I do feel that that energy is definitely there. It could be talking about a spiritual enlightenment, like I said, twin flame journey, knowing that you've met your twin flame. Yes, confirmation, it is your twin flame. You know, spiritual awakening. You had the Chariot as well, which also is a high recommended card for that. You know, he's adorned with just about every adornment of spiritualist and spirituality you could possibly get. You know, the balance between the light and the dark with the two sphinx, the black and the white sphinx. That's what that represents, okay? Just about everything that he's pinned on his body, from the belt that he wears to the tunic to the crown on top, okay? All about this high level spiritual connection. And I feel like I said, this is definitely soulmate, could be twin flame as well, okay? And yes, I'm telling you that is, yes, definitely. Okay. This last card, we're going to take a look at the outcome and the direction for Aries. Okay, Aries. What is the outcome and direction here for Aries? The outcome and the direction. All right. Somebody's about to speak. Somebody is looking in on this situation and about to say, I love you. Will you marry me? You are my twin flame. We are twin flames. There's about to be definite communication. Definite communication coming in. Aries, I don't know that I can go any further. That's about as beautiful as it gets. I could go. I feel like this is like today, tomorrow. Really, really fast, really quick. I wish I would have seen the Eight of Wands. So it might be by the end of this month. But I feel like this is a very fast situation. If I had any advice, it'd be watch this Devil card. Not that that's a bad card. I'm saying watch that you don't become avoidant. You know, if somebody reaches out to communicate to you, if you are in the divine feminine state, keep in mind that there's also a mirroring effect, okay? And we tend to bring out things in each other. That's the whole journey. That's the whole point, right? It's that if you are in your divine feminine state, then the divine masculine in you will come out. And then on the opposite side, if he's in the masculine state, his divine feminine will come out. And sometimes we don't know how to handle those things, so it causes that push-pull retreat. So stay in your lane, stay focused, let heart fill you up in every chakra center you got, because this baby is on fire. Aries, I love you. I hope you liked this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you got something from it, give it a thumbs up, would you? Join the channel, hit the subscribe button, or check out any of the other videos I got in my playlist, okay? I love you guys so very much, and I hope to see you on the next reading. All right, bye-bye.